I'll be discussing only a couple of the vast amounts of information that I've learned in this class. I've taken a lot of this information and I've applied it to my daily life, my social life, my work life. So we can start with the difference between a manager and a leader. That simple statement in the first or second week when we discussed that blew my mind, because I never really understood that there is a difference, and there is a clear difference. And being a effective manager and leader, you need both. You don't necessarily, everybody doesn't have to be a leader. Everybody doesn't have to be a manager. And another good point that I took from the class was people have the capacity to become this manager and leader with the proper training, which is going to the next point of the difference between a good and a bad leader. So I noticed that when I applied this to my job, I'm for the most part the leader at the store. We also have an operator/owner. Whenever we did the exercise in class where we had to discuss the good and the bad qualities, I found myself really comparing myself and my leader, my boss. And it really struck hard to home when I found that a lot of these bad qualities are in my store. Might it be me or my boss? And it really led me to try to, become a lot of these good qualities that everybody had brought up. I also learned about using a good blend of leadership styles. Sometimes you might want to be authoritarian. Sometimes you might want to be collaborative, but you have to really figure out which situation fits the leadership style. Me personally, I'm not as authoritative as I might want to be, but I need to know that in certain situations I might have to be. There's times for this type of style, there's times for that kind of style. Also, this goes into my next point of how to handle conflict at work. Everybody handles conflict differently. Some handle conflict more effectively. And information from this class has taught me how to handle conflict better at work. That story, Tom Green, that we went over, really showed even people that have the right mindset, they have the effort. We're in a business of working with people, so you have to understand how to effectively work with people. The guy that got promoted over, everybody in that story kind of dropped the ball, and simple communication and conflict resolution would have solved their issues, and he wouldn't be in the predicament that he was in. I've had an experience at work where me and one of my employees really didn't get along, and it was solely based off of bad communication between both parties. And being in this class, I've really learned how to control and how to communicate better with my team. And the last point is how to negotiate effectively. The glass chandelier exercise really taught me that I need to work on my negotiating skills. Some information I was giving that didn't need to be gave, and I just really found that exercise to be interesting, and I definitely used it to get my team our raises. I became a better negotiator, and it ended up working. But I grasped a lot from this class, and I would definitely take you for another class. Hopefully we can stay in contact. You're a very great professor. You have a great day.